Hey everyone, MKBHD here. Let's talk GitHub. If you're into coding, you've probably heard of it, but do you really know what makes it so essential for developers? It's like the cloud storage and collaboration tool built for anything code. Imagine having a place where you can store all your code, track every change, and collaborate with your team seamlessly. In part 1, we scratched the surface. We talked about the basics and how to get started. Now, let's dive deeper into the tools and tricks that make GitHub incredibly powerful. From branching to pull requests, there's so much more to explore. Think of GitHub as the ultimate team player in the coding world. It's not just about storing code, it's about making your workflow efficient and collaborative. It's where you store your projects, track changes, and work seamlessly with others. You can review code, discuss changes, and even automate your workflow with GitHub Actions. And the best part? It's all powered by a clever system called Git. Git is a version control system that keeps track of every change you make, allowing you to revert back if something goes wrong. Whether you're building websites, apps, or just writing some cool scripts, mastering GitHub will change your workflow for the better. It helps you manage your projects more effectively and collaborate with others effortlessly. Trust me, it's a game changer. Once you get the hang of it, you'll wonder how you ever coded without it. So buckle up and let's unlock the full potential of GitHub together. From beginner tips to advanced techniques, we've got a lot to cover. Stay tuned and let's level up your coding game. Before we jump into the nuts and bolts of GitHub, let's talk about Git. Git is like the powerful engine that drives GitHub. It's a version control system, kind of like a time machine for your code, allowing you to travel back. Imagine working on a project and making a bunch of changes to your code. Then you realize those changes messed things up completely. With Git, you can easily revert back to a previous version of your code, like hitting the undo button, but way more powerful. Git also lets you track every single change made to your code, who made them, and when. This is super useful when you're working with a team, so you can see exactly what everyone is working on at any given time. Ready to harness the power of Git? Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting out, Git is an essential tool for version control and collaboration. First things first, you need to install it on your computer. This is the foundation of your Git journey. Don't worry, it's a piece of cake. The installation process is straightforward and user-friendly. Just head over to the official Git website and download the version for your operating system. Whether you're on Windows, macOS, or Linux, there's a version tailored for you. Once you've installed Git, you need to tell it who you are. This step is crucial for tracking your contributions and collaborating with others. This is important for identifying your commits and interacting with GitHub. Your identity in Git helps maintain a clear history of changes and contributions. Open up your terminal or command prompt and type in the following commands, replacing your name and your underscore email at example.com with your actual name and email address. Media person using a terminal or command prompt on a computer, developer entering commands in a terminal window, git config, global user.name your name. This command sets your name in the global configuration, making sure every commit you make is attributed to you. Git config, global user dmail your underscore email at example.com. Similarly, this command sets your email address, which is equally important for your commit history. Congratulations, you've successfully installed Git and configured your identity. This is a significant milestone in your Git journey. You're one step closer to GitHub mastery. With Git set up, you're now ready to start creating repositories, making commits, and collaborating with others. The world of version control is at your fingertips. Next, we'll dive into creating your first repository and making your initial commit. Stay tuned as we explore the powerful features of Git and GitHub. Remember, mastering Git is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to becoming a proficient developer. Keep practicing, and soon, you'll be navigating Git with ease. So, let's get started and unlock the full potential of Git together. Happy coding! Section 4. Talking to GitHub, command line, IDEs, and desktop. Now that you have Git set up, let's talk about how you actually interact with GitHub. There are several methods available, each catering to different preferences and workflows. There are a few different ways to do this, each with its pros and cons. Understanding these options will help you choose the best tool for your needs. The command line is the most powerful and flexible way to use Git and GitHub. It allows you to execute a wide range of commands, from basic operations like cloning repositories to more advanced tasks like rebasing branches. It might seem intimidating at first, but it gives you granular control over every aspect of your repository. With practice, you'll find that the command line can be incredibly efficient and empowering. If you're not a fan of the command line, many popular IDEs, like Visual Studio Code and Atom, have built-in Git integration. These integrations provide a more user-friendly interface for managing your repositories. This allows you to perform common Git actions without ever leaving your coding environment. You can commit changes, push to remote repositories, and even resolve merge conflicts directly within the IDE. And if you prefer a more visual approach, GitHub Desktop is a great option. It offers a graphical interface that simplifies many Git operations, making it accessible even for those who are new to version control. It provides a user-friendly interface for managing your repositories, making it easy to visualize branches, commits, and changes. With GitHub Desktop, you can drag and drop files to stage them, view diffs, and manage your branches with just a few clicks. Each of these tools has its own strengths and can be used in different scenarios. The command line is ideal for those who need precise control and are comfortable with text-based interfaces. IDEs are perfect for developers who want to stay within their coding environment and benefit from integrated tools. GitHub Desktop is excellent for those who prefer a visual and intuitive approach to managing their repositories. Ultimately, the best tool for you depends on your personal preferences and workflow. Experiment with each method to find out which one suits you best. Whether you choose the command line, an IDE, or GitHub Desktop, you'll be well equipped to manage your GitHub repositories effectively. Section 5. Mastering GitHub-flavored Markdown. Communication is key in any collaborative environment, and GitHub is no different. That's where GitHub-flavored Markdown, or GFM, comes in handy. It's a simple yet powerful way to format text and add rich content to your issues, pull requests, and comments. With GFM, you can do things like create headings, lists, tables, and even embed code snippets with syntax highlighting. This makes it super easy to structure your thoughts and communicate clearly with your team. For example, you can use the hash symbol to create headings, the asterisk symbol to create bullet points, and the triple backticks to create code blocks. GFM is a must-have skill for anyone using GitHub effectively.